Hey everybody, it's Ricky Rolando here, back with another video. This is going to be Dream Journal number 11, or part 2 of A Lost Proverb. So, if you saw the first part of A Lost Proverb, it takes place in an airport and I get left at a freight train track stop. So I get out of the stop at the freight train tracks, and I'm in this desert, and right immediately in front of me is like this weird carport looking thing with like freight train supplies in there, like random extra railroad ties and railroad spikes and pieces of railing and stuff like that. So there's like little tables and stuff inside the shack, and I think there's another shack just like it, like somewhere right near it, like on the right or the left. And then on the other side of the little carport thing is like a little gas station type store, like a little Family Dollar or something. And so yeah, I get there as soon as like immediately after getting out of the freight train, there's just like all these people that just like came out of nowhere, just like out of the, like out from behind stuff, and just they just appeared. And it was all these cowboys and Indians, and they started having this crazy cowboy and Indian battle. And there was like other civilians too, but it was hard to tell if the battle was real because some people had real guns and some people had not real guns. Some people had toys. Some people were just using sticks. Some people weren't even like they were just imagining things and pretending to make noises and stuff, like pew pew, just like holding nothing and doing their little point finger gun. And then there were some people with sticks doing like the little 5th grader or whatever, like little kid playground stick guns. And then there was people with like toy guns and people with real guns. And so you could see people throwing rocks after pretending to shoot their fake guns. You could see people shooting airsoft guns. There was, like I said, real guns. You could hear pings and ricochets of real bullets, and then you could see like airsofts and rocks just flying everywhere from just people with airsoft guns and rocks. And then I wouldn't doubt it if there was arrows and other stuff because there was Indians. And I don't know, I just remember a bunch of stuff flying around like crazy battle. And I'm like in front of one of those carports as soon as I got out of the freight train. I didn't really get a chance to go anywhere because that battle was going. So as soon as I get out of the freight train, this battle's going. There's like an I-beam holding up the carport thing that I'm in front of, and then a cross beam from that I-beam to the other I-beam that's holding it up. So and then in front of the thing there's a berm. So I'm behind the berm next to the main, or next to one of the corner I-beams, and then below the cross beam. And there's a guy behind the cross beam on the other side, like inside of the carport, shooting at me with like what sounded like a real gun. It looked like a Mosin Nagant, which is a gun I have. And yeah, he's shooting at me with it. So I'm in this berm, and I can see him, but he can't see me. And a lot of his bullets are hitting the I-beam and the cross beam above me, or the berm in front of me, but not me. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do something. This guy, like, he wants to get me, but he couldn't see me. So I was like, well, I'm gonna army crawl, like, quietly and carefully to the side or something, and then just get away, and he'll think I'm still there, but I'll be gone. And then, like, in the midst of that, somebody just yells, Japs! Like World War II Japanese soldiers were gonna come storm the area. So I was like, oh crap, like, now I really gotta go. And then whenever that happened, the guy who was shooting at me, like, gave up his position and started to go do something else because all these Japanese started storming the area, and then there was airplanes dropping bombs, like, all random. They just, like, swarmed in. So I'm like, oh shit. So I ran, and I found this hole, and it was, like, pretty much like a manhole, but there was no sewer below. It was just a deep enough hole for me to stand inside, like a coffin-sized hole. And it had a manhole on top that was open. So I got inside, and I didn't close the manhole, but I kind of just like made myself look like I wasn't in there. I don't know, I think I put like something dark on the top of me to make it look like they were looking into the hole and it's just a hole. But yeah, as soon as I got in, somebody closed the hole, like the manhole cover, and by the way it closed, I could tell I wasn't going to be able to open it from inside. So like immediately I felt like this just despair. It was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die in here. And I just felt like terror, and like it was horrible. But then in the back of my mind, I thought like this gotta be like a demon fucking with me, or this gotta be a dream or something. So I just like kind of told myself that, and then next thing you know, like within a moment, some kid opens the manhole cover, and all my despair just like turns to relief, and I'm like I knew it was a dream, or like I knew this wasn't as bad as it seems. So this kid helps me out of the hole, and he's like, hey, come with me, and like so I was like, well shit, he sounds like he needs my help, he sounds like he's on my side, or he wants to help me or something. So I went with him, and then he tells me while we're running towards one of those carports that were in front of the railroad tracks. He tells me, let's go steal these wheelchairs. And I don't know why he wanted to steal wheelchairs. I just assumed maybe he was taking like medical supplies from the other opponents or whatever, the attackers, I guess. And I don't know. I didn't know why he wanted them. But I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. And I figured he could help me because he knew the area better, and I didn't even know where I was. So he takes me, and we get underneath one of those carports. And underneath the carport, there's like a shack full of bikes. And they weren't wheelchairs, but they were bikes, and that was what he wanted to take me to. So he took me to that, and I see all these bikes, and some of them are all messed up. There's like a broken tandem one. There's like they're all cool bikes, but they're all broken and like crappy. One of them only has one handlebar. It's like a nice BMX bike, but it only has one handlebar. And then the only thing that seemed rideable in there was this tiny little like pocket Harley Davidson, like 50cc Harley Davidson, with like a little mini trailer that attached to it. Like, I don't know if you've seen those Harley Davidsons, the fancy ones with like little trailers that like some of the long distance riders will go with. But it was like that, but miniature. And as soon as I leave the little shed with the little motorcycle and trailer, I'm like on this BMX track that's like, it resembles like one of those BMX tracks that you see in the mountains with like the little wooden planks, and then they're just made into like a little trail. So I'm going on this little weird wooden trail with this little Harley Davidson and its trailer, and like it's too crazy of a trail. It's like a BMX trail, and I'm on like this little crappy pocket bike. So I'm going, there's a little jump, and I'm running from people because there's people chasing me. I think they were like one of the attackers who saw us sneaking in, and so they start chasing me, and I hit this little jump because I have no other choice. I'm like on this track, and I can't really get off, and there's a little jump coming up, and I have to run or get caught. So I hit this little jump, I barely clear it, and then I land into the landing ramp, and then there's a bigger takeoff ramp for a new, even bigger, farther jump that was gonna go up and just be sketchier. So I was like, dang, if I don't make this, I'm not only going to fall and probably hurt myself, but I'm not going to be able to run. They're going to catch me. So I just like braked, jumped out, and just started running again. And whenever I started running, I saw like all these weird things that reminded me of like video games. And one of them was like I was going up these stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs there was like dirt, and there's people inside of the dirt like chest level with their hands like out more or less, and they look like they're trying to get out like it was quicksand, but like they weren't going anywhere. And then there was some guy standing on like the mid-level of the stairs I was on, and he had like a staff. And then there was some guy on the corner of the pit of sand, and he says, "Do it," to the guy with the staff. And then the guy with the staff bangs the staff down on the floor, and all the people in the sand pit sink down like 6 inches deeper. And they're all like up to their necks now, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then so I was kind of like weird vibes with that, and it seemed like it was a game, because it didn't seem like they were all that scared, like they were all gonna die, but like it looked like they were. So I don't know, like it seemed like a game, but it looked like it was real. And then I'm kind of going on my way trying to get to the next thing, and the guy says it again, "Do it," and then you hear. And then the guy does it again. You just see them all start to drop again, and then I kind of just went on my way. I didn't know what to do or how to help him or anything. So I just kept going, running, and this part I don't really remember how I got there, but next thing you know, I'm with this same kid that I was running with, and I end up running into his house, and I'm in this weird, like, kind of like a trailer, like a double wide trailer though, like a pretty big one, and there's just like 5 or 6 other kids all in there just going nuts, just going at it, like food fights, just breaking shit, like just trashing this house, like it was just a free house and they could just trash it. So I was like, what? Like I didn't know what to do, so I just took part in the trashing. I started like breaking shit and throwing food on the floor and just kind of just partaking in whatever they were doing because it looked fun, and they were all having fun. It looked like a game. So I was like, I joined in the game, started throwing stuff too, and then all of a sudden everybody stops, and then I like grabbed another thing, getting ready to throw it, and everybody kind of looked at me like we're not doing that anymore. So I was like, okay, and I was like, I just set the thing back down where I found it, and then they all like went to the table to go sit at the table and like have like a family dinner, which is like really weird because before they were all battling and like killing each other, and it was just crazy. And I don't know if anybody in the dream actually died. I didn't really see anybody physically look like they were dead, but there was definitely a lot of stuff that seemed like that. But anyways, I'm in their house at their table, and then they're like, they're asking me like, so what's your deal? And I'm like, I don't know how I got here. I'm lost. And then they're like, don't worry, man, you'll be fine. The government will take care of it. And I'm like, the government will take care? The government's how I got lost. I was at the airport, and they took me away and sent me here, and now I have no clue where the hell I'm at. And I lost my family. I don't have my family. I just bursted crying at this point in the dream. So I'm crying to these people, telling them like, I don't have my family anymore. My family's gone. I don't have a way to contact them. I'm never going to see them again. They don't even know where I am. I don't even know how I got here. Like, I'm literally going to have to start life all over because of the government. The government didn't do anything to me but hurt me. How are they going to make anything better? And then these people kind of like looked at me like, damn, like, kind of just like, holy shit. And then the grandma was kind of mad, like, no, the government doesn't do that. There was this random grandma who was just sitting there, and even during the food fight, she was just sitting in her rocking chair. Just everything's going on. She's just sitting there. And then whenever I made those comments about the government, she kind of got mad. But everybody else kind of just looked at me. And then all of a sudden, my older brother was there, and he comes, like, he gets up out of a chair in the table, which before it wasn't him, but all of a sudden, the same chair, it's him now. He gets up, and he comes up to me, and he tells me something, but I don't remember what it was. And the thing he told me was like Bible worthy, like it was like a proverb, like it was so wise and so smart, and like it just made so much sense, and it provided me so much clarity in the dream for everything that was going on. And it kind of just made my tears of like sadness turn to tears of joy. And I tried to remember what it was, and I couldn't remember what it was. I woke up and I was like, what was it? And I even prayed to remember what it was, and I couldn't remember what it was. But it was really cool. And then right after that, this little boy comes up to me. It's just some random little boy at the table. I don't even remember what he looked like or anything, but he comes and he says something different, equally as powerful and equally as like awesome, and like the information that he told me, I wanna remember it so bad, but I can't remember it. And that's like the most frustrating dream I ever had, because it's like this really awesome proverb, this really awesome wisdom that was given to me in the dream, and I didn't remember it. But I thought maybe I'd remember it later. I thought maybe I'd remember it making this dream journal. I didn't. But I'm going to end this one here because this is like about to be 13 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys like these dream journals. I'll try to have a song out soon. Peace.